Welcome into this week's episode of Untold Stories, a weekly D&D campaign set in the world of Elvoria. Back with these wonderful humans to roll some dice, attempt some questionable accents, including with a cold, and hopefully tell a decent story. I do have a few announcements just to go through this week. The What's My Motivation Kickstarter is now live. What's My Motivation is a character building system for your TTRPGs, your novels, and any other kind of fictional stuff that you do. It's going to help even experienced writers to create deeper and more complex characters. It focuses on the past, present, and future of your character, so you can embark on a journey of self-discovery for your next adventurer, or if you're a DM, villain. You can follow the link in the description to head over to the Kickstarter right now and back it. It's part of the monthly zine kind of initiative on Kickstarters. You can find many more other really exciting TTRPG products there. Speaking of Runic Press, we also have a Patreon for all of our writers, artists, and designers, which enables us to create more and better looking books for TTRPGs. If you're interested, you can head over and get behind-the-scenes glimpses of upcoming products, including What's My Motivation while it's being developed, as well as tabletop gaming insight from the entire writing team. Link is in the description if you want to find out more. In this game, we also make use of the Reimagined Classes. They are available on the DM's Guild as a bundle, allowing you to embody Balrick, Lesley, Aderyn, or Ximori at your own tables, or whatever own characters you want to come up with, rather than these traumatized little people. Although they're not so little, half of them. And as always, all of our NPC art is provided by Aderyn Angelini's Art Venturing Guild. The character art is produced by @LiveDoodles, and the Chibi battle map art was made by WeTheDreamingDesigns over on Etsy. Definitely check them out if you can, and support real artists over AI. With those announcements out of the way,
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the What's the Motivation work in your personal life? Because frankly, I think the entire world needs it about now.
It certainly can't hurt. Chris.
I'll use it to create the next deluded version of myself.
I have a question, just from something you said that triggered something. It feels like you implied that trauma is inversely proportional to the size of the person.
Have you seen how calm Togrim is?
Yeah. It checks out in this group.
More trauma, more big.
Yeah. There you go. If you're a short person and you want to get taller, get some trauma.
Shit.
Anything else? If not, it is time to continue telling our story. So, last time out, you managed to find Fiddler amongst the roots of overgrown thorny trees. And
it's the wrong person. It's someone.
God damn it. In trying to help him, it resulted in him being drawn further into the forest. Following the muffled screams and disturbed earth of Fiddler, you came across a small islet in the middle of the forest, thick with vegetation and decomposing animal carcasses. You kind of took a look around, and your investigations drew the ire of the Puck, the capricious and mean-spirited fey creature that had been toying with you for the past couple of days. A deadly fight broke out as the Puck animated the plant life to come to its defense and attempt to send you running from its lair, if not kill you and turn you into fertilizer. The ensuing fight saw quite a few of you on the edge of death. I think we ended up with 3 and a pet unconscious at one particular point. And were it not for some clutch moments from many of you, including some revelations about your responsibilities in this life, who knows what would have happened. With the tree felled and smouldering, the shrubs hacked apart, and Ximori landing a decapitating blow on the Puck, Ximori then consumed the wine-coloured blood, leaving the headless corpse a withered husk devoid of life, which was where we ended last time. Before we rejoin all of you in the Ishra Wood, just going to hand out some inspiration from last session. First of all, Ximori for playing a rabid squirrel very well, which is quite fun. Balrick for having the realization moment of his responsibilities to the dragon that's been following him everywhere. And Lesley for going along with a Knoll wedding. All very fun moments. Some of which are TikTok videos. one of which got absolutely killed by the algorithm. Choose your words carefully.
The word on TikTok.
AT&T.
From now on, it's an undying save. That's what it is. Unaliving
No,
save.
it's a "Are you sure you want to live?" save.
That one.
Anyway, moving on. So, as we return to the deep heart of the Ishra Wood, you are all arrayed in this overgrown plantation. Plant stems reaching up to your waists of odd colours and shapes. Dismembered bushes lay scattered around, as does the fallen and still smoking trunk of the tree, which is leaking blood-coloured sap. An eerie silence has fallen over the islet, the smell of blood, fertilizer, and sweat mixing into a heady concoction in your nostrils. And Ximori stands over a withered body, their muscles taut against their skin, a hunched animalistic posture, and hot ashen breath condensing in front of their face.
Have you managed to keep it together this time?
I think so. I don't want to kill any of you, so that's an improvement.
That's really good.
Well, to be fair, it just means you've eaten.
You looked like you really, really enjoyed eating that fey nuisance.
They were really fucking annoying.
Did they like taste extra good or something?
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Have you ever eaten like a ham that's been cooked in wine?
I have.
That.
Oh. So you feel satisfied?
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Interesting.
Roll me an insight check, Aderyn.
Ooh, not bad. That is 21.
There is something different about Ximori. They, for a long time, as long as you've known them, an aspect of their personality has been like a caged animal to an extent. They now seem to have a presence of, there's still that animal in them, but it's their own. They've come to control something about it and have a more confident demeanor.
Can I see the fiddler, by the way?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Ooh. 23. Starting good today.
Yes, Fiddler is where Puck left them. Just slightly kind of northward of you. Wrapped up in vines still. Suspended about. Their feet are about 3 feet off the ground. And vines are like over their face. Meaning that they haven't been able to cry out.
I'd like to talk into their head and just ask, are you still okay? You still alive? Hello? Are you annoyed?
There's nothing there.
Guys, I think Fiddler is either very, very annoyed with me or dead.
I think that might be a secondary priority right now.
I really hope it's not the first one, because that would make me really sad.
How's everyone feeling?
Feeling great. Just gonna go and reclaim my axes from around the arena.
Pretty beaten up.
Me and Dad are holding it together.
Does anyone else need healing potions?
I think I wouldn't say no.
I mean, do we consider having a rest rather than using up a finite resource?
I mean, I don't think this is a particularly comfortable place to rest.
Smells a lot of like sweat and nasty stuff.
So we get out of here and then we take a very, very long nap.
Do we need to take Fiddler with us?
I mean, it probably makes sense to.
I need him. Either way, regardless of what happens, I need him.
Maybe he's just sleeping, and that's why he's not answering.
I go and like remove the vines and pick them up.
They're limp. And in removing the vines, you see a thorn, or almost like a sapling to an extent, having very slowly pushed through their back and out through their rib cage.
Ooh, that's no good. Yeah, I think they're dead.
Shite.
Does it look like they're dead? Doesn't look like there's any coming back from this guy.
Roll me a medicine.
I mean, I'm gonna like grab like front of his like chest and just sort of twist. Like,
I'm
He
also
didn't-
going to mention.
6.
he didn't scream, so usually that means dead.
6. It's an ugly looking wound, and that, yeah, it's beyond your capabilities of bringing him back.
Common cold's beyond my abilities.
I need
Well,
to take
that's a shame.
Oh, dude.
Did you definitely need him alive?
Well, he was who I'm selling to.
Mm,
Can I go have a rummage in his pockets?
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation check.
If it's any consolation, somebody else will take his place in like 2 weeks, probably.
That one. You rummage in his pockets, and they're torn and cut up, and basically the bottom of the pockets have been ripped out. If there's gonna be anything to find, it would be in a satchel or a backpack that he would have had.
Can Lesley check his boots?
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check.
I'm just sort of wearing him like a scarf at this point.
I'm picturing Ace Ventura too.
17.
17. You check the boots, and you do find in there a leather strapped up 5 silver pieces. It is like an emergency get out of jail fund kind of thing.
Do we have a banker this year?
I think there's
I mean,
only
all
2
of your
people
money is
responsible for
before
it.
I've got my own money.
Is there not like
All
a
of that.
secret 6 silver piece somewhere to make it easier to divide?
Sure. You check the other boot in hope, and one rolls out from in between his toes.
You get that one, it looks a bit green.
What about Pebbles one?
Lesley
Pebble
will
and
hand
Dag
out
don't get coins.
a silver piece to everyone who was here. Companions, notwithstanding.
I'll just pass mine to Balrick.
Bank of Dead.
Well, these are super important to us. Yeah, we definitely need these.
I'd like
Can we
to
just
put
grab
this
his,
into my account, sir.
Let's take the body with us. At least it's proof for Pint what's happened.
Has anyone got any rope?
You got some
Nope.
rope.
I have some.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like tie Fiddler's hands together and tie Fiddler's feet together to basically like, so like
You hog tie him, literally.
I've hog tied them so that I can sort of wear him like a backpack.
Sure.
Just because we're going to be moving around a lot, I don't want him to fall off.
That's perfectly fine. You don't need to roll for that. You have a human carcass on the back. I will straight. It is a human carcass that is still got a distended, bloated stomach. That is deeply concerning.
Oh, it's touching me. Oh. I throw
Just wait
him
till-
down.
just wait
Roll
till
me a
it
perception
explodes
check
from you.
with advantage due to it being on your back.
One.
Great. First roll of the level, guys. That is a 10.
With advantage, wow.
Yeah.
It moves in a very disconcerting way as it like pushed up
it's
against it, and
squidgy.
it shifts and.
Nope, I take him off and throw him down on the ground.
Maybe it has worms.
Do you want to check?
No.
I mean, if he's dead, then well, take out a knife.
Okay.
It's easy enough to check.
Lesley is going to dexterously run away from the squirmy wormy body.
I just realised I don't have a knife. It's an axe. I gave
So
it
precision out the
picked
window.
up.
Who
Yeah,
has the knife? Do I have the knife?
I think you are.
You have the Lesley knife.
Aderyn.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. I once saw someone play with worms. I played with worms, just not from a stomach. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna like hold the knife like this. I'm just gonna be like,
Before Aderyn can like pierce the body, Lesley is gonna grab her and put her
No,
away.
come on, do it properly, and I'm going to slam down on Aderyn's hand.
Okay. Right.
No.
I am definitely at least 30 feet away from this monstrosity.
Okay.
This is about to
You
happen.
two, Lesley acrobatics check, Ximori athletics check.
And that's it.
We're essentially doing this as a weird three-way grapple, which is what threesomes are called in children's nativity scenes.
22.
22.
You both got 22.
Oh, roll off.
Roll off. Roll again.
Nettie!
Ah, damn it, 19.
Okay. Lesley does successfully move Aderyn away from the corpse
Oh,
before Zenzamori comes in and just slaps the stomach. What was your total?
19.
19. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Which,
Oh, okay.
with your like sharp nails, just hits the skin and bursts, and it rips apart. And in a burst of dark-coloured soil, the innards of Fiddler burst outwards, and you just a mountain of earth that sparkles slightly erupts into the air, along with a few loose intestines.
That's horrifying.
did you find the worm?
It's no worms. Unless this is a worm, I pull an intestine up. No, that's attached. It's not coming off.
Oh, this makes me uncomfortable, guys. Can we have, like, some respect for the dead?
I'm just going to get within 10 feet and then just kind of like clap my hand, pull it apart, and you see like the musical stave appear, and then just throw it at Ximori, and you just slowly see it sink in, and as it does, the guts slowly disappear.
And prestidigitation.
Thanks.
Inspiration. That was nice.
Ah,
I know you hate magic, but frankly, I didn't want to deal with the smell.
I mean, it felt weird, but I'm getting used to that one.
I then also cast it on
useful.
myself, so I'm nice and clean.
Well, we know what was. I guess we know what killed him. It's all this soil that's not where soil's meant to be.
I told him to keep his mouth shut or he'd swallow the dirt.
He didn't listen, did he?
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't very nice.
I tried to check his jaw to see if his jaw's still in place, because, like, that's a lot of soil to fit in a person.
Yeah, Jaw's still there. Still located.
Weird. He must have really liked eating the soil, or must just be really good at swallowing soil, I guess. It's like, that's a lot. It's weird it's not in his stomach.
Is it just magically put in by the puck, I guess?
I don't know.
It does
I
seem
think
like
we
the
just
sort of
need to
bullshit
get
that
out.
Balrick would do.
Either way, I think cause of death, soil where it ain't meant to be.
What am I going to do? I thought I was going to bring him back to show Pint and be like, look, we ain't killed him, he's dead. Not our fault. And now he's
Sew him back up again.
You're going to sew him back up?
I mean, we can. We know it's there now.
You're doing it.
Right. You guys take a moment, sit down.
I've seen you sew, that's going to leak.
Can we not just say we found him like this?
Tell you what, if we just cut off the entire bottom half and just say we found him like that, leave the legs behind. Make him lighter to carry.
Let's leave him. Let's have a look around, see if he's got any like items.
Oh, we can take his head.
No, I think
it's nice and recognisable.
No, I think that's going to look very bad. If we go to a person with their employer's head, that does not sound how you think it sounds. That's not a good thing. You won't be. Let's just look around. I'm sure that Fiddler probably had like a satchel or something to store his items. He had a note in his jacket, so let's have a look around for that. See if we can find.
Maybe we can have a look where we found his body initially.
Yeah, let's have a quick search here and then.
As a cursory reminder to the bard in the group.
Oh, I know.
Okay, carry on.
I haven't forgotten.
I'm just gonna like throw the bits of the body into the water.
Sure.
Like the bear corpse was.
The water's not deep enough to cover the entire body. That's the problem.
Well, it's the bear's problem now.
I'm going to begin looking around where.
Sure. Roll me investigation.
Although it sounds like Tauri's got something at play. Sorry, it's still dying. 15.
Sorry, had to get. So. 15. Your innate history with this kind of place. If you're not too careful where you are right now, you will find yourself crossing into the Feywild. This is a significant Fey crossing, and because of that, a lot of the vegetation here is of a Fey nature. Specifically, the thing that seems to be the most prevalent here is kind of these plants that seem to grow about waist high to Lesley, okay, that have a faint blue teal colour to them. And while the flowers get a bit more vibrant hue to kind of a misty blue, the leaves, something about the look of it in general, it makes you look at it and go, there's something about that plant. Roll me a nature check.
Okay, I'm not doing the. Been doing like the type of throwing. It's not working for you. 10.
10. You don't know what this plant is, but the fact that there is quite a lot of it here implies that either this is a very good place for it to grow naturally, or someone has intentionally put it here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not finding old satchel highs.
The one thing you don't find is anything that looks out of place. Let's put it that way.
I'm getting moody here, guys. I don't like being this close to the Feywilds. It's just.
I suppose they got any of the plants that we wanted here, do they?
I was about to ask the same thing.
What plants are those?
Eucalyptus. Something else.
Magical plants that were wanted by the person who gave me the beads.
I mean, there's these plants here that look. I mean, there's plenty of them.
I will give you with a 15. There is ashwort leaves here. An ashwort. There's a few ashwort plants.
How many
Is
of
that
those
the same one that was in her garden?
There was Ashwort in Auntie Blightroot's garden, yes.
You don't have to steal it.
In the episode Drowning with Dignity, we got a log clue from one of the, I think the lizard folk or something when we had that fight, and I quote, "Some weird things going on, came across an odd multicolored plant I haven't seen before, made me dizzy looking at it, so left it alone." Could
That
pertain-
was at the encampment in the middle of the forest that is there for fishermen. There was a logbook. Yeah.
That'd be a good place to have a
Are you
rest.
wondering whether that's any of those are here?
I'm wondering if this makes me dizzy if I look at it for a long time.
What, the one that seems to be in everywhere?
The blue one, yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Ah, fair enough.
It is somewhat enjoyable to look at it like wafting in the breeze, but it doesn't, like, at no point does it feel like you can't look away or anything like that.
Lesley is gonna pick a handful of them for Aderyn.
Oh.
The flowers specifically,
Yeah.
or just the entire plant?
The flowers? What?
Okay.
Whole plant? What's wrong
Because like
with
the stem is like 2.5 feet, and then the flowers.
Lesley
on top,
comes
and
in
the
like a
stem's got
goddamn
leaves all the way
Minecraft
up.
character. Lesley comes in like a Minecraft character.
I don't know. You might like the leaves too. You grab a couple of flowers, sure.
I mean, if you've not found it, then cutting the body in half and taking half of it back is still an option.
I think we're just letting them
Bears eating
know.
it.
I don't think we need to.
Does he have any distinctive jewellery or on his
Take his tattoo, I guess.
weapons?
Yes, he does actually. He has some decent earrings that seem to be, or at least at glance, seem gold. There's no gems inset in them, but
Double dibs.
so some gold. And he does have a ring. That roll me a medicine check.
Dibs.
Medicine, 17.
17. It looks like he actually fiddles with that ring. There is like a wearing of the skin around it. The ring itself doesn't seem to be anything exquisite. Seems to be like something that he's had for a long time. It basically, it clearly showed the signs of being plated with a precious metal, but it is now copper.
Take his jewellery. At least if you show them the ring, they'll probably recognise it based on him having a tick.
Dibs, I say, taking the copper ring and trying to fit it onto any of my fingers, but his tiny little slender boy fingers are.
It's like part way up your pinky.
Gets to be like a
Well-
signet ring kind of thing on your pinky.
At least it's safe there, I suppose. I guess we leave, trace our steps back, try and get back.
And you sure you don't want me just to take the upper half of him?
We can leave the body. It's just more respectful that way.
Eh.
Okay.
I'm just going to do one more check over him quickly. I'd just like to take out my axe and where he's got his chain tattoo,
Mm-hmm.
just cut it in half. Just cut the skin open across it.
Yoshi?
Say again, sorry, my
No,
bad.
no issue. That's fine. Cool.
Just back in a second.
So, what are you doing?
This was the main goal, wasn't it? There were nothing else in the forest. It was just getting Fiddler to sell my things to him,
I mean,
which are strapped to deck, and I'm not doing that anymore.
yeah, I'll be honest, like, when we came here, my idea was to kind of, like, run away from you lot and then live in the forest for a bit. But I don't like it here, so I think I'll stick around if that's alright.
I'd pick a different forest.
Yeah, it's not what I thought it would be.
I think we find somewhere else. Definitely.
I think the first step is getting out of the forest. Get back to Naray.
Alright, I agree.
We maybe aim to get to that camp, and if it's still, light, we can keep on going.
What time is it now, Giffen?
Basically, middle of the day. Because you woke up, went straight to Auntie's, and then from Auntie's went here. So, yeah, middle of the day right now.
Oh, look, how
It's
long
been
will
a
it take us
long
to get
day.
back?
What was that, Bryn?
I was asking Balrick how long he thinks it'll take us to get back, based on how long it took us to get here.
I mean, it took us, 2 days? Day and a half?
Day and a half to get here.
So we're going to need to spend the night somewhere, so I suggest we get out of this place.
I reckon we try and go back to that fisherman hut.
Aim for the camp.
Is that within distance of getting there before night hits?
Depends if you can remember where you go.
Make it there, we
stuck
make
in a
it.
fade crossing.
I mean, if we make it to that temple thing, we can always sleep under there. Won't be nice, but
Maybe.
it's underground. It's safe-ish, presumably.
We need a boat. I hope that the fisherman. I don't know if you remember if the fisherman's place had another boat to get back with.
Oh, there were boats. I tied up all their oars under the docks so that nobody could leave.
Oh yeah. Right, let's try and head back then. We've got the signet ring. We'll try and retrace the steps. See if Fiddler left his sack. If there was in the tree where Fiddler was. See if he's got a satchel or something there. If not, it's not the end of the world.
I suppose his book had his name on it, did it?
What his real name?
Well, I mean, Fiddler or...
Oh, the notebook. The notebook is very clearly written by Fiddler.
No,
So
it's
likely. Yeah, it isn't very likely that, we'd have his ring and that if we just killed him.
I think it's actually very likely.
Maybe I hope.
Nah.
I hope that, yeah. Just hope that Pint's a forgiving man and wants to buy a load of crap.
Enjoy that conversation. I will not be there.
I'm not going to enjoy it. Alright, let's head back. I think I remember the way.
Roll me a survival check.
Come on.
+5. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Despite everything, not only do you find a safe passage out of this Fey crossing, such that nothing bad happens on your way out, you successfully navigate your way back to where you originally found Fiddler's body, for a start.
Mm-hmm.
Looking briefly around there, you don't see anything. You see some scraps of torn clothing, but no satchel or bag or anything like that.
How was he planning on paying me?
I mean, one would assume he wouldn't bring his payment things with him. He'd leave them in his office.
I didn't have money in his office. That's alright, we'll find something.
Moving on from there, you do successfully manage to navigate back, basically retracing your steps, although skirting the edge of Auntie's rather than entering. You kind of get it in view within the forest, and then purposefully keep your distance as you move around.
Auntie.
Can we keep an eye out as we're going for any of the stuff that we were told to find if we could?
We've collected ashwort, did we collect eucalyptus? I think
I
that's
haven't
what we
collected any eucalyptus as far as I'm aware.
Every time I see a different tree, I'm asking Balrick if it's eucalyptus.
Keeping an eye out for snakes or such.
I'm completely ignoring snakes, just looking at the eucalyptus.
No snakes. Balrick, you go under the assumption that the absolute state you're all in and the smell coming off you specifically keeps most wildlife away. It is actually a fairly uneventful journey back from full-on wildlife. Anyway. Ximori, I suppose, and Tauri, as you're the two that mentioned it, can roll either nature or investigation. Oh no, it'd be perception because you're doing it while tracking rather than fully diving in.
All right.
15.
Oh.
Perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, fair enough. You do, by hook or by crook, essentially, pass what you identify as Cuisor eucalyptus. A couple of trees.
Sheer force
actually.
of numbers.
Bryn, roll me a d6, and Ximori, roll me a d4.
A sheer brute force. I find
Six.
the right tree in a forest. And 4.
4. Cool. You successfully find, basically it was going to be whoever rolled higher on that. So you successfully collect a frankly ridiculous 6 pounds of of eucalyptus leaves.
Excellent.
You essentially strip 2 trees bare.
It does not
It's
take
like, we don't know how much she needs.
Just said eucalyptus, she didn't say how much.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's troglodytes around, we could probably still bleed them if they're still good.
I've got some of their blood already.
We
I
just
dialed
need,
some of it up.
just need snake, but
But you do eventually...
Snakes tonight then.
You do eventually make it back to the hut. Does appear to have had people around more recently. One of the campfires is warm, but there is no one there currently. Does appear to have been used, but whoever used it last night has moved on to whatever they're doing during the day.
I'm gonna just immediately sit by the campfire and start complaining because my leg really hurts.
It is at this point, it is dusk now. It is starting to set.
I'm going to run past all this, mostly naked, and jump into the water to have a bath.
not a cleaning bath.
Hey, it's cleaning the, various stuff off me, at least. Ish. It's as clean as Ximori gets without magical aid. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Alright, do you want me to go out and try and find some snakes? I might be able to hunt some down.
If you're feeling up to it, I'm done for the day.
I mean, I'm not
That
feeling
tree
great.
really hit me quite hard.
I mean, it
Look
landed
for
on me.
snakes. I look for snakes.
Alright, Ximori, you go. I'll go too. I mean, I'm not feeling great, but I'll go too. But you have a hunt as well.
Do we need the snakes alive?
We need the venom. Depends how flesh you can get them, I guess.
Okay.
Easier to get the venom out if you leave them alive.
I sink back under the water.
You're looking for river snakes, are you?
No, I'm just finishing my bath.
I'll go here for.
I'm assuming Ximori is floating with their eyes above the water like a alligator. Just,
He's Big Daddy. Big Papa.
Gonna find Big
Daddy.
Mama.
Big Papa.
Gonna find Big Mama. It's time for round 2.
Leslie's gonna hand wine
Where
around.
lizard folk came from.
Everybody who's staying around the camp will get some wine, whether they want it or not.
Mm. I mean, Balrick doesn't drink. That's it.
Whether they want it or not.
I emerge from the water.
You're
later.
also not round the camp. You've walked off to find snakes anyway, so...
Oh, Balrick has disappeared to get snakes.
Sorry.
About 10 minutes later, I emerge from the water to go hunting for snakes. And get dressed before I go hunting for snakes.
I'm gonna toast my wine with Lesley. It's gonna be to not going into forests anytime soon.
We're owed a day at the beach.
We will jump to the snake hunters. Balrick, I guess since you were there first, roll me a survival check. Probably best for you.
Oh. 24.
Jesus Christ. You successfully traipse through the forest for a bit and find signs of passage of snakes through the kind of leaves and underbrush, and follow back to a nest where you find 5 eggs in the nest, and coiled around it a fairly large snake. Roll me a stealth check as I get up stats for a snake.
I did bring Dirk with me.
Okay, you brought Dirk with you. Dirk needs to roll a stealth check as well, then.
Yep.
You specifically need the poisonous snake.
Oh, God.
Without rolling.
Dirk's stealthy as hell. Dirk got a nat 20.
Nice.
I got 24. So
Cool. Beats the passive perception by a mile. You get close enough, even in the dark light of like the fading sun, to make out that when I said a snake, this snake is the size of you. It seems wild forests tend to encourage giant megafauna, and this snake has not been disturbed. You have the jump on it. What do you want to do?
I am not feeling well. I didn't bring any healing potions either.
He's a good hunter, isn't he?
I didn't.
I'm now here bleeding heavily. Looking for venomous.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on Dirk.
Okay.
Out loud.
Because Dirk is Cure Wounds is D8, isn't it?
Yes. D8 plus wisdom.
Wisdom.
An extra 10. Because he's going to be my hunky one. And then I'm like Dirk, together. On 3. 1, 2. And then I'm going to Hunter's Quarry bonus action on it and shoot it with an arrow.
Yeah. You functionally have a surprise round on this thing.
And then as a reaction, Dirk is gonna he's gonna breathe fire on my arrow to like sort of infuse my arrow with fire.
Okay.
Well, if it hits, it does hit 18 plus stuff.
Yeah.
So that is D8 plus 2d6. 3, 4. So 7 plus 5, 12 plus 5, 17 from me.
The snake twitches and then doesn't move.
Oh, just straight away. Okay.
There is a faint smell of cooking meat, and you're fairly certain you heard at least one egg crack. But that snake's not moving again.
Dirk, go check, go grab it. Dirk goes on lunch. Catches it. Very like retrieve energy.
Like a Labrador holding an egg.
Gets it in his mouth. Alright, that was a good shot. Thank you, Dirk.
Dirk just starts looking back over at the nest and the eggs that are still there.
You get 1. But if there's a cracked one, you get 2. You get the cracked and another one.
Roll an animal handling check.
You're out of combat now, it doesn't do what you want.
No, only 2.
He eats all the eggs.
No, Dirk.
I'm not.
Bad Dirk.
At this point, Ximori, you follow the sound of crunching. And you come across Balrick with a snake. With a giant snake, I should say.
How sneaky am I as I approach Balrick? Natural 20. So...
Silent as the grave.
A total of 22.
Beats his passive.
Oh, you got one then.
Don't do that to me, so I can't really judge, but how do you do that? You're like wide. I got a snake. Let's harvest it really quick, and then we'll take the venom back.
Okay, you got something to harvest it with.
I've got harvester's tools.
You do.
Now I can make a jar with a thing and a...
Yeah.
jar.
Make me a harvester's tools kit with... It does feel like intelligence to successfully milk a snake.
Okay.
Gotta know which bits to milk.
Don't pull on the teat.
Little on the...
That's the thing with snakes, you can never find the udders, very small.
19.
19. Perfectly fine. You successfully produce 2 vials of snake venom.
I mean, if no one else is going to eat it.
Deck comes out with yolk and white dripping down its fangs and shells and just like eyes up the snake in front of you.
You've had yours. Like, roll back.
Right, if you must.
Oh, Discord's cutting out the sound.
Yeah. It's not very loud, to be fair. It's probably not even picking up on my mic. Screw it, tug of war. You both leap on either end, and there is now a tug of war going on with the snake, each making an athletics check.
An advantage, that's 21.
Go on, Deck.
What's Dex plus?
3 or 4.
Dex has a... Well, it has a +5 to hit, so it's a +3. Which means it's a 21 as well.
The snake rips in half.
That's fine, I got the good end.
Yeah, you got the head. Deck, like a noodle, just...
Oh, you guys are so disgusting. Right.
I'm going to eat well tonight.
Hey, the rest of us aren't.
Let's finish some stuff at the camp.
We'll circle back to the camp now. What are the 4 of you wine-drunk people up to?
Assume that we're listening to Tauri on her drum.
I don't have a drum.
You have a drum, sorry. Who has the drum?
Drum.
Oh, sorry, then we're listening to Aderyn.
I've been letting them get drunker and drunker.
Musical genius Aderyn.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really good at playing the drum, like nobody else.
Like, it's unique. You know, like the rhythms are just out of the ordinary because they're complex stuff.
And then once they're drunk enough, I will start going through the satchel that I picked up.
I assume by that you're trying to do it such that they don't notice.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand check, please.
Nice. 19.
Beats all their passives.
Yeah, I'm too into the drum.
You start going through this satchel. It doesn't contain much of immediate interest. It doesn't seem to contain any kind of gold or anything like that. It seems to contain a few rations. You find about 3 days worth of rations in there. You find some essentially like gardener's tools. You find a pouch that definitely had something in previously, but doesn't have anything in there now. Don't know what it is. But the main thing in there is a bundle wrapped in kind of cord of the leaves of that kind of blue teal plant.
Sake.
Like a good, like, healthy bundle of them.
Is it? That's not one of the things we were looking for. It's the thing that he came out here to...
Roll me a nature check.
Nature. 9.
You have no idea what these are.
And we've got his notebook as well, don't we?
Yeah.
Can I just start going through the notebook?
Yeah, I mean, you've gone through it a few times at this point. There's not much more that you're capable of gleaning.
Could we say that as I'd have gone through it, I'd have probably written notes or copied off the key information so that I've got a copy of his notebook?
That's perfectly reasonable.
Myself, just in case we got split up. I feel like that's probably something that I'd have done.
That's fine by me. You've got a cantrip that is for that purpose, so seems reasonable. You go through, and there's mentions of, like very early on, it talks about primarily bay leaf or devil weed, as it's more commonly known, in relations with Auntie. Very clearly, kind of, it's a drug plantation. Later on, it starts mentioning about Auntie's new crop. It doesn't go into specifics. Because it's almost like he can't get the information out of Auntie. But there is an understanding that the distribution of it would still partake once it was ready. But it was still being grown at that point.
When I finish playing the drums, can I bring out the knife? And just dangle it in front of Lesley. Like, what would you give me to get this?
I'll give you a black eye. Unless he's gonna
Black eye?
lunch.
No. Can't get it.
How close are we to the water, out of interest?
Relatively, 10, 15 feet.
Oh, okay, Leslie's definitely not falling in. Good eye.
You have to pay for it. But I don't want money.
Wow. I can give you a lovely compliment.
A compliment?
Yeah, when you see someone nice and you say something nice about them, that's complimenting them.
Tell you what, Lesley. Because we're best friends, I'll give you a really good deal. Okay? I will give you your little knife.
It's actually average size.
Yeah, well, I suppose that depends on who you're comparing with. I will give you the little knife if you write a poem and you perform it for me in front of everyone.
Oh, Aderyn. I'm so bad at poetry.
Exactly, so I'm helping you to improve. This is motivation.
Okay, I'll need some time.
Okay. I'll keep it safe in the meantime.
At this point, you two come back to see Lesley feverishly staring at a notebook, not writing, unable to. Tauri going through a notebook of some kind. And everyone else kind of around the campfire cooking up some food.
Who wants roast snake?
Was there snake left?
It's half eaten, though. I wouldn't.
It's half a snake. Hey,
I think I'll be good.
it ripped in half. Derek didn't get to lick the other half.
I'm going to go into my bag and pull out the satchel with its busted thing and throw it at Balrick and just say, by the way, I think this is what you were looking for earlier.
And you let me search?
I forgot I had it.
Oh, likely story. Alright, what did you find in it?
Fuck all. There's some food. There was something in it, but there's not anymore. God knows what was there. And then some gardening tools, if he wants to become a gardener. And then whatever he was harvesting. There's leaves and shit in there. Might be
They
worth
put
something.
shit in a bag.
Oh, these are the plants that I saw. I don't like the feeling of them.
That's why I left them in there.
I got a horrible feeling it's got something to do with why the book was so antsy. I'll leave that then. There's something missing, but I guess we just have to forget about my payment. We'll take it back either way. I think the aim is to get back. I'll offload these somewhere else. If there's clearly other chain contacts and want to be done with it, you know.
You never know.
Snake.
Pint might be willing to help you if we bring back this at least.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Anything else for the evening?
As I'm like roasting up this snake, I want to sit down next to Aderyn and Togrim, sort of sitting vaguely nearby. Sort of sit between the two of them. That was a lot today.
Yeah.
You nearly died. You nearly died. Shit's wild.
I take it at some point in your life you've nearly died yourself.
Yeah. A lot. More than I'd like to admit.
It's not a good feeling. How are you still functioning?
I kind of repress it, I guess. Just kind of take those like bad feelings, just push them all the way down.
Doesn't seem healthy.
I just turn around to Aderyn just with a look of like, I look like a healthy person to you.
Not mentally
Point,
or
at any
physically.
point have I seen healthy to you?
No, not really.
No.
Yeah. I'm broken. Like, but I'm not better for it, but I'm changed because of it, you know? Like, who I am now isn't anything like I was 20 years ago. 30 years ago.
I don't think anyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, that's not the important. The important bit is that, like, you guys had a bad day today, and I don't want that to happen because I like you guys.
I should hope so. We're friends now.
Yeah.
Be traveling for a while.
Yeah, it's nice having friends again.
It wasn't the worst day.
You've had a worse than being killed by a bush. I mean, your face is real scratched up.
Yeah, my leg really, really hurts. But I've had worse
I mean, I
days.
could have a
on
look at
foot.
it. I could have a look at that and see if I can help, I guess.
That would help. Yes, it's not looking good. Whatever happened to it, I don't think that forest was good for it.
You take a look at Aderyn's leg, and she has a deep laceration, probably half an inch deep, that runs around the inner part of her thigh, which is still leaking blood slowly thanks to healing potions. But like you now start to think, like, the trek back, she's been walking with a limp the entire time.
Aderyn,
Mm-hmm.
when something hurts, it's because we're trying to be told that something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Has your leg been hurting?
Oh, agonizing.
How the fuck have you been walking all this way?
I don't know. I guess I learned very early on that people only really want me around if I'm being, happy and positive.
Oh wow, you're just as broken. Yeah, okay.
No.
Look. Okay, this is gonna suck, but like, unless anyone... Balrick.
Balrick's been playing fetch with trying to ignore that conversation.
Never mind. Never mind, you're not a magic person.
Go, what? What's up?
Wait, never mind. I forgot you're not a magical person. You just berries and stuff.
The campfire smoke just got into his mouth. It just suddenly, the wind shifted.
So, no, you know what? Never mind.
What do you need? What do you need?
Can you, like, do a healing thing? Do you have any, like, of those berries that you gave me that, like, make people feel better?
I've run out and I've used all the nature stuff that I can do.
Okay.
I will say, just above table, this is mechanically just a medicine check. So anyone with rudimentary sewing skills.
I know that's where this is going. It's just like, okay.
Look at it. I'm pretty good with you know. I've.
It's okay. I've got this.
Picked up enough kids scrape knees to.
I've got this. It's okay. Right. This isn't going to be nice.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Are you sure you don't?
Of course, I know what I'm doing.
Are you sure you don't want me to do it?
I've done this many times to myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel really proud as well, but I don't really trust.
I've done this many times to myself.
Just add more.
Tell you what, I'll take a look over your shoulder while you do it. I'll keep you in the right direction.
Fine. You know how many times I've been stabbed and had to suck myself in a back alley?
No, but wait. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to sew the skin back together so nothing gets in your leg.
Like with a needle?
With a needle.
Be more apt with a fishing hook that he's found over there.
I have needles.
Okay, no, wait.
Aderyn, you need...
Wait, no, wait. Is it sterilized?
Tauri, can you do that, do sterilization?
I mean, I can make it hot.
I don't want to get infected.
You clean things, don't you? You can clean.
I will say, now you're taking a closer look at it, there's definitely pus in there. It's already infected.
Oh,
Am I gonna get the disease? No, guys, am I gonna get the disease?
I mean, you're gonna get a worse one if I don't sew it up. Put it that way.
I'm gonna get ill.
Probably.
I really can't deal with that. No.
Well, then when we get you back with a leg that is sewn up and not leaking blood everywhere and getting stuff in it, we can get you seen by somebody who can help you.
Maybe I just need some soap, you know? I just need some clean water.
You could try, but stuff's gonna get in there.
Can I prestidigitation the wound?
It cleans it up. It takes away a lot of the dried blood around it and some of the pus that's starting to leak out. It doesn't sterilize the wound. But you wouldn't know that. It looks clean now. Be easier to stitch up.
There we go.
Do I know that? I've got proficiency in medicine.
You don't know how prestidigitation works to know whether it's capable of sterilization. You doubt it, because otherwise everything would be sterile in this world, and that's just not true.
I still think it needs a look at Aderyn. Like, let us stitch it up. If you want to be really safe about it, we'd burn it a little bit.
But
we don't have to do that, because we'll just take you to the town and someone there will be able to fix you right up. We need some.
You're coughing a lot. Are you ill?
In the fire.
Lesley have
Sorry, I've had a tree land on my chest. I'm sorry if I'm not. I had a big fuck off tree land on my rib cage. I'm not.
I mean, to be fair, you're the one who kind of brought it down on yourself.
And I'm the one who
I was a squirrel at the time. I was a squirrel at the time. Did not enjoy that experience.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was. I had paws.
Aderyn,
Haven't you had paws before?
No, I'm not a fucking animal. I have hands.
We're all getting very away from the topic of Aderyn we need to sew a leg up.
Would Lesley have ever, from his time as a
Player.
Titanfall.
Titan Ball, thank you, not Blood Ball. Player,
Oh,
yeah, sorry, TMTM. Would he be familiar with any form of like adhesive sort of stitches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's reasonable.
Is there anything sticky around that's not like incredibly dirty?
Tree sap.
honey. We can fill it with honey.
We can fill it with honey. Yeah. Can Lesley pitch this to Aderyn instead of letting either of the like grizzled men go near her with a needle?
I'm pretty good with.
Excuse me, men asterisk.
Thank you. The grizzled them going near her leg.
I'll trust Lesley a bit more.
You trust Lesley with a needle?
Not with a needle.
I know you're friends, but like, wrong type of needle.
Nope. That is not canon.
Definitely not.
Does Lesley not dope?
Lesley
Lesley
definitely.
was
Have you seen Lesley? He at no point of steroids ever entered his system.
Lesley's
There's a question whether testosterone's entered his system.
Leslie's hair is thinning, and this is a classic sign of too much testosterone, okay?
The shriveled nutsack is also a sign of the increased testosterone.
All it means is Tauri will definitely get to say that she was right.
Alright.
Lesley has glorious balls, and will be going to find Reed.
Well,
and
the only
Spring
balls.
and Sap.
That's a good question. I don't actually know. What genitals does Ximori have? Because they were out. We're now in the Baldur's Gate 3 character creator. Which, well,
Ximori has a penis.
Okay. That was just on full. That was on full show as they walked out in and out of the river.
What everyone did notice is that it was barbed, and everyone was very uncomfortable.
No, it's a duck. It's a corkscrew.
That is not canon. I mean, that's the episode title there, isn't it? That's not canon.
You okay there, Emma?
So Leslie's going to show Balrick and Ximori this like technique that doesn't involve sticking a dirty piece of like wood or metal if we have it into somebody's leg.
I mean,
Why do you think I'm using wood? I have a needle for sewing.
Balrick is proficient in medicine. Balrick knows the right sort of stuff. This is definitely a too many cooks situation.
Yeah.
We have so many help actions that you need
I
to
have
take.
zero medical skill. I have just sewed I've seen people sew themselves up.
Zero medicine.
I think we've reached
And
the
I
point where
assume I can
Aderyn
do
only
it.
trusts one of you, and no offense, it's probably the wrong one. But here we go.
No, so Leslie's going to explain the situation to Balrick because Leslie's never done it.
Right.
He's just aware that like you can bring the pieces of skin closer to each other and it holds the wound together in a similar fashion to like actual stitches, but it will probably be better because then it could be cleaned and seen to by somebody who won't leave her with a scar. Because although we're all very good at medicine here, all of us, right? Yeah.
Yes,
We're
extremely.
not like surgeons.
I'm a doctor, yes.
I mean, you want to go experimental on it? That's.
Okay.
I've sorted a lot of wounds out, but you go with it. You know what, Aderyn?
That looks like we're doing the tree sap option.
No, I'm not before
get tree
now.
sap.
I'm gonna go by dead.
Okay. Can someone just knock me out and then wake me up when it's done?
Okay.
No, but no, not you.
Lesley,
Knock me
I'll
out
do it
and then-
gently.
another glass of wine.
Out of everyone in the party to be doing this, Lesley and Ximori. What's Lesley's wisdom?
Oh, -1.
So
I want a flat 10, baby.
I am proficient in medicine.
Once again, though, the sane and insane ones, all the sane ones.
Here's what I'll do. I won't hit you.
You've
I'll
chosen
just
the two
out.
insane ones.
You won't feel a thing. You'll be gone in like 3 seconds. You'll be unconscious in 3 seconds.
And dead in 10.
Going to sleep
should
just
let-
with
have
my
another
arm
go.
around your neck.
And I'll just take the wine.
Okay. I mean, just saying, when you drink, it makes your blood flow more, which isn't good for this, but...
Okay, I won't drink the wine.
Oh, wait, you're asleep. What are we doing?
What's
The wine. I'm not going to stop you.
Can I ask Derek? I'm just gonna go up to Derek and go, Derek, who should help my leg? You can't do it, you don't have thumbs.
Can we take a moment to get Togrim's input on this?
I think Togrim has just been drinking the wine and is just passed out. You've all been looking left, and he's to the right. He's just leaning back against Pebble, and he's just head back, passed out.
I love the idea that Togrim was watching it like a tennis match, just going back and forth, sipping, until eventually he got dizzy and passed out.
Tauri's just sitting there on a log with a goblet of wine, just watching this happen and just laughing.
Exquisite.
Derek, you're a dragon, so you have like ancient wisdom. So you choose.
He's a baby.
You'll do it.
He's about 5 months old.
I trust.
Ancient wisdom.
What does your instinct tell you?
Derek just looks at Balrick.
Okay, that seems a bit like nepotism, but I will accept it.
And you hear just in your head just some draconic is in your head. You have no idea what it means.
This is the easiest role playing you can actually do. We don't have to think of what anything is.
Nope.
It's just master.
Okay.
No, it's not master. It is very clearly always going to be Daddy.
Daddy.
Stop it.
Father.
Stop it.
Or if we really want to go there, oh Daddy, like
It's
Angel
not
does.
Canon.
No, stop it. Not canon. It's not canon.
There we go. Derek talks like Angel does now.
No,
Yeah, because Angel does.
not canon.
Anyway, Aderyn.
Yes. Lesley, can you come emotional support me? And Balrick, you've been chosen by the dragon.
I'm going to do it. Oh, finally someone was sent, alright.
I don't know why you won't learn a single new technique. You'll fall behind the times.
I can do it in a way where the stitch can come undone and someone can sort it out later. I've got wild experience, I've got children experience, I've got all the experience of doing this myself.
I've done it in
Has
back
too
alleys
much
before.
experience. Leslie will
I've done it
also
on
whisper.
myself.
Leslie will also whisper, Daddy.
Ximori's like, I packed it with sand from the pit. It's fine.
I sewed myself up, didn't even need no needle. I just stabbed myself with a knife and pushed the string through.
Please, for the love of God, roll a medicine check and get this over.
Oh, by the way, Tauri from where she's sitting just goes, "Don't fuck it up," and gives inspiration while she says it. Okay.
I'm officially now on the opinion that the canon is that Tauri's inspiration is if she puts a swear word in a sentence.
The magical word in inspiration is the swear word.
Yeah.
A secret
If it doesn't contain a fuck, it's not actually bardic inspiration. It's just nice words.
Wow.
Am I getting advantage from the help around the camp?
I will give the help action in the fact that I am backseat driving the entire way.
Well,
Just to get this over with, yes, fine.
I'm stopping Aderyn from punching you.
Thank you, because the first one was an Act 1 and the second one was 15 plus 5 for 30.
Plus, you've got inspiration as well.
Oh, plus inspiration. I was a 4, 24.
24. If you really want to, you can still go back to town and get a proper person to open this back up and clean it out. However, that stitch work...
Person.
I'm talking about Aderyn here, thinking about proper person. Balrick, right now, has done an extremely good job to the point of it will probably still scar. It was that deep of a wound. Like, there's no way you get rid of that scar without extensive magic. Or deliberate magic, I should say. But it is going to be a very small scar. Long, but narrow, with the excellent stitch work that Balrick has done. And you have lost your grievous wound.
I told you, I'm fairly good at sewing. I mean, I do all my own clothes and stuff. I've made this. You know this? You see this? I made it.
It looks like
that's not the rag you think it is.
Balrick takes psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
You only had 1 hit point.
You had 1 hit point. You went searching for venomous snakes.
No. I had 10. So much better.
Thank you. It feels a bit better.
Yeah, maybe rest. We'll rest tonight. You don't move around too much, but you'll be all right.
Thank you.
All right. Are we all fed and ready for bed then?
I have entirely forgotten that I had the snake cooking on the fire, and it is now a charred out husk.
Yeah, it's barbecue. Dad at a barbecue.
Was it pinned
Hey,
before it went
Derek.
on the fire?
Derek at this point, after all the commotion, has essentially curled up and is like a third of the way round the campfire in their length. Just like a lizard against a hot rock.
Oh.
I just sort of throw the bit of snake near their face.
Tail wags
all-
slightly.
Is Togrim okay?
No, he probably will
It
have.
just looks like he's sleeping. We're gonna pig talk
It's just
like a baby.
spilt wine by my side where I've like dropped the goblet as I fell asleep.
You really can't handle his alcohol.
I mean, he's only very little.
That's
I
true.
pick him up like a baby.
Pebble is very wary of you just picking me up.
I also pick Pebble up. Under one arm like a rugby ball.
Can you pick Pebble up?
I
Yeah.
can lift 960 pounds.
Again,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I can lift nearly half a ton.
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
Pebble's dense.
I think I can lift Pebble easily.
I think we're the only 2 members of the party who can move Pebble against Pebble's will.
You do have to avoid the steel teeth, though.
Yeah. I'm assuming you all settle down into the various huts and tents that are arrayed here. Are you setting a watch? Is anyone doing anything else while other people sleep or anything?
Lesley will start working on his poem for Aderyn as everybody goes to sleep.
Oh,
But where
Yeah,
does
my
Aderyn? What's Aderyn's hometown? I've forgotten.
Oh god, Riverhold? Is that-
Mm-hmm.
I'll do my 4 hours of trance and then let Leslie go to sleep.
Nice. Thank
Let
you.
me open my document.
An elven broken ass trancing.
Um,
It is
Yeah,
Riverhold, you were
Riverhold.
right.
double checking.
Emma's got a reading for rhyming thesaurus open right now, isn't she?
There once was an Aderyn from
Reading.
Is
Reading my
the
poem.
one only an
There was
18?
an Aderyn from Riverhold. She was not very old. And in a time of crisis, she yelled to Tabitha. I don't know.
I can't write poetry.
Is the Morris strength only an 18?
Sorry, what was that?
Is the Morris strength only an 18?
16.
Is it 16? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Balrick is technically stronger.
No, I've got a 14.
You are the
So,
strongest in the party, but you're not as strong.
I can still get stronger.
You can bear the load.
Levels above this.
Okay. So Lesley stays up for a while before a few hours in, Ximori comes to. You do find Lesley having like fallen asleep with the notebook still open, and you like shake him awake.
Before I do that, I want to read the notebook. I want to read.
Well, I will briefly copy and paste what I'm writing into the notes app so you can see it, but
Yeah,
I've not got far.
It's not completed, is what you get out of it. But you eventually tell him to head to proper sleep rather than sitting on a log around a campfire, kind of slumped over.
Lesley, wakey.
So creepy.
Yeah, how close to Leslie's ear is this being whispered?
Just right next to it. So I don't want to wake anybody else up, so I'm just like, Lesley.
Leslie's gonna roll around. No, I don't want a kobold husband.
Kobold?
Oh no, it wasn't.
It was a gnoll.
No.
It was Noel.
Why are you
Well, I
marrying a
don't want a kobold
kobold for?
husband either.
Why are you marrying a kobold? Lesley, wake up. Just poke him in the face.
Oh. You taking the next watch then?
Yeah, so it's either go to bed or I carry you bridal style.
Been a long day. I wouldn't mind being carried to bed.
All right. Scoop Lesley up. Where are you sleeping?
I haven't made my bed yet. Can you make me one?
I'm just gonna drop you near Aderyn and assume you've probably fallen asleep in that time.
Yeah. Leslie's asleep in your arms.
Just lay you down with your head on Aderyn.
Oh,
Got a
well,
pillow.
not like that.
No, not. I kick in my sleep. Aderyn thrashes about.
Leslie will roll away.
Stitches hold.
Campfire. I slink away to the campfire to continue to watch.
Anything you want to do, or are you just going to wait till sunrise?
Take out that bear statue. I got a little bear statuette a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of big. I got it from the trading shop.
Right.
I'm just going to look at my bear statue. Just compare it to the bear carcass that I saw today, and how bear-like it looks in relation to that.
Looks healthier.
It's a much better bear.
Bella has an opinion. But the evening goes by without issue. You do spot some kind of medium-sized beasts flying above the canopy at some point. Might be a large bird or lizard creature of some kind, but it doesn't seem to interfere by any means. And eventually dawn begins to break, the light scattering rather nicely off the nearby river, with the boats tied up on the pontoon there. And you can gently wake up everyone else from various states of hangover.
And I start cooking if I can find anything, and expect that will probably wake up most people.
You all wake up having had a long rest. Togrim, I will remind you that you have issues going on.
Yeah, I wake up feeling worse than when I went to
Yeah.
sleep.
Togrim wakes up feeling pretty brutal, and that there is a lot of pain in the midriff, especially.
I have no idea how to fix it.
On in, I got some fish. Your fish?
Could eat, yeah.
You're right.
No. My whole chest and stomach hurts. I think I'm just bruised from the tree.
Yeah. Again, I can have a look, but then we'll probably all end up with Balrick doing things again. And potentially smearing sap on your chest.
Ulrich wakes up going, what do you need me to do?
His dad's tingling.
This Togrim is just saying he's still sore.
I'm battered and bruised. I don't know how to fix myself.
Are you wearing a
Lesley.
shirt right now, or do you sleep without one on?
I'll probably
I
take
put
it
him
off
to
to
bed,
sleep.
so he's probably still wearing his clothes.
True. Yeah.
That's true.
Actually,
Well, depends. Would you have woken up and left them on, or start changing?
I would have. I was changed and then gone to the river and got washed and stuff.
You would notice you might not notice it because of the hangover, but the other one, like Balrick, especially when he wakes up, you notice that like the side of his chest is purple and like mottled red underneath the skin.
Alright, Togrim, get sat down, thank you. You come in here now, sit down.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to take a look and do like little pods.
Roll me a medicine check. This isn't for the cure, this is to investigate it.
24.
24. You've seen this before. In various instances. He has internal bleeding.
Oh shit, Togrim, this isn't good. This is not good. We need to get
Yeah,
you
I
sorted.
can feel it.
I'll try and stimmy it for now, but no, we need professional attention here. I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds, see if that alleviates it or slows it down or something. I imagine it won't fix, but
I'll tell you what, I think within the scope, roll me a medicine check with that cure wounds.
19.
19. You see a lot of it begin to like fade completely. There is still bruising there, but the extreme nature of the look does seem to have faded.
I'm going to go into an Aragon of like collecting little bits of moss and stuff and putting it on and like anesthetics. It's like this should numb the pain a lot. Like it's not fixing it totally, but like it won't hurt. It'll slow it down.
Togrim, you have lost the penalty, but you're still not at full hit points because you didn't have the long to regather. But no.
Thank you. I just need to get back to town, I think, and see how I feel then.
Anyone else been hiding any sort of grievous goddamn injuries this entire evening?
Did I get one?
Technically, but we never rolled for it, so I've just left it for now.
I got that nat 20 there, so
Yeah, you're fine.
I lifted the tree up.
Technically would have to roll as well, but I'm not doing that too.
There goes it.
Apparently
I can die.
Maybe I pulled a muscle carrying a tree.
Deck will outlive you all. There is 3 kind of canoe-esque boats tied up on the pontoon. Each one can take 2 people. Do with that
Didn't
as
we
you
have
want.
one that survived? One of our rafts survived, I thought.
Yes, there is also there is also your skiff, but that skiff could only transport 3 of you. I think it could just about.
So we're gonna have to take
it was some sort of weird balancing with Pebble coming and stuff like that. But yeah,
we're gonna have to do some weird balancing to get 8 of us back.
yes. Your assumption though is Deck's a decent swimmer based on the fact that he followed you.
Pebble is most definitely not a decent swimmer. So
Pebble takes rust damage.
No, Pebble Pirates of the Caribbean's it.
Pebble takes rust damage.
Yes.
Getting under the water.
Yeah. Do you have to get on the boat so we sure can't find a walk or something?
You can certainly try finding a land route.
Yeah, could take a land route, but it gets pretty like mangrovey at the other end.
Also, I assume Fiddler would have taken a land route if he could have.
Yeah.
I mean, he also ate a whole bunch of soil and died, so let's not follow too much advice from him.
I mean,
Just like solid ground
Sure.
beneath my feet, but alright. Someone else lead the way. Don't have to look.
It's easy enough to follow back, especially once you get to the main river. Because once you get to the main river, you could literally just follow that down to Nara. You could essentially join the Neohanin and then float up downriver. Just depends whether you want to go fully winding like you did or not. But for the sake of expediency, it is daylight, and you eventually make your way back. You come kind of pushing your way into the harbour, the lagoon that Nare backs onto. You can see the stilts of the sinking bowl inn standing above where you had first come to the conclusion that Fiddler had headed into the forest, and head to the pontoon deck where you had rented 2 skiffs from a few days prior, and find the old elf sitting there, just cross-legged, staring out into the lagoon, and then sees you tie up.
1.
Didn't I give you 2?
Yeah, but we bought 3 canoes.
Seems like a fair trade.
Balrick's going to stand on the bank and sort of dry heave a bit.
You okay?
I don't like boats.
You get seasick?
I've not been on the sea, so I don't know if I get seasick so much as just... I like solid ground. I like them.
No.
No more rivers.
You would not do well in Dinlande.
Well, I'm not going that way, luckily.
Never?
Not right now.
You just don't ever want to visit where I live?
Yeah, sure I would. Yeah.
Okay, it's a promise.
Okay.
As Balrick resigns to travelling further south than he has already had to go.
And Aderyn slowly puts away the knife.
I think there is a decent place to stop as we fade out from you finally making your way back to Nare and a semblance of civilization that you haven't had for a few days, and tying up some loose ends that still seem to linger around. We will close this chapter and we will continue telling our untold story next time. Until then, see you later.